The video for June 23rd, 2017 is titled, Healing Technologies Suppressed. As usual today, I attended Steve Hart's Coffee Talk group. One of my longtime friends named Mary was there again. She has long been involved with alternative healing technologies, including Tesla-type devices. Today, she presented us with special socks and shoe inserts that raise the energy of the wearer. I had the shoe inserts in my sneakers for more than an hour and was muscle tested with the inserts off my feet, then on, then back off again. There seemed to be more energy with them on. Is that true? Yes, it was the experience. I do know that many technologies have been suppressed by the elite who make money off medical and other scams. Will we ever have the pure, unadulterated truth? Will our gifts, talents, and abilities ever be restored? If we did, we could change the world and our experience therein. You know, folks, I really battled earlier today before I went to the coffee talk, and again when I came back, debating within myself on what to talk about. There are several things that are of interest to me and catching my attention, but I don't feel any of them are predominant enough in my thinking, or that I have sufficient answers to bring resolution to some of the issues. Of course, the RV is one of those. And, there are many issues. But I did find it interesting today. I've known Mary. I've known everybody that was in the group there today. I've known for a while. Mary, I've probably known the longest of any of them. And she's been, ever since I've met her, she's been involved in all sorts of devices and various, it's usually energy type healing. And she's made it a life point to investigate these things and to get involved in trying to help people transcend some of the problems that we face, and she shared testimonies of how some of her devices have worked on others. And then again today we did the socks. One of the ladies in the group who has some issues wore socks, and of course I've had numbness in my feet ever since I went up to Shands before my operation a couple of years ago now it's been. And for those of you that don't know what muscle testing is, she exerts force, like you put your hands together and she'll try to push your hand. You're supposed to hold your hands up and she will push down. And depending on whether you have a lot of the ability to resist her pushing, it determines whether something is working or not. That's what she did with the shoe inserts, and what she did with the lady who actually put the socks on her feet. And do these things work? I can't say yes or no, because I don't have enough personal experience. It did seem in the muscle testing that when I had the shoe inserts in my sneakers, I seemed to be able to have more strength and resist her ability to push my hands down or to lift up and tip me over. They were the two different types of muscle tests. One was lifting up on one side on a stiff arm and pushing up and trying to tip you over. And I easily lost my balance without the shoe inserts and was able seemingly to resist the being tipped over with the shoe insert on. So I'm not going to say I'm skeptical of these things, but it's a multi-level operation, and I'm against multi-level programs uh, like Amway and others that I've been involved in several of them throughout my life, and I don't feel that you have to really be on top of the game and keep people encouraged over and over again, because from my experience, if you don't keep on top of people, they drop out, they don't spend any money, and if you don't spend any money, you don't make any money. And so all of my experience in the 3 or 4 times that I've been involved in some of these things was that it was something that I lost money doing. Never did I gain money overall. By just buying the products for myself, I ended up losing money. It was not something that was sustaining at all. So anyway, I share this, and again, I really don't have any burning issue to report. I'd love to report things about the RV actually happening and the cabal actually being taken down. The cabal is being exposed. I do see that. And different people have different takes on it, and I'm not going to even get into some of the political aspects that are being reported. But I just want to say that I do hope that we can have some of the actual healing technologies released and explored to their greatest possibility so that we can be liberated. My whole thing, folks, is about being liberated from the lies and the corruption of what we call the cabal, the negative influences. I still do not understand completely or comprehend why a loving God would ever allow the worst possible beings to run a world. And that seems to be what has happened on Earth. And my vision, my longtime vision of being able to bring the kingdom of heaven to earth seems to have been thwarted. Again, I've reported this on other videos, and I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, as the expression goes. But by the same token, I do still believe that my purpose in my life has been from the beginning and still is to bring positive change that will benefit all of humanity, regardless of religion, regardless of race, regardless of any of the things that have been used to divide us. And I'd like to see a world where not only there is great prosperity, but I'd like to see a world where the whole monetary slavery system is ultimately eliminated, because we have love in our hearts and actually try to help one another, as Mary certainly has demonstrated to me over the course of the time that I've known her. She's always tried to help people and to explore things that would be of benefit rather than of detriment to others. So I hope that's your goal too, and I'm not going to try to make this go 10 minutes. It's almost 9 now, and that's good enough. Thank you for listening, and namaste.